Hello, welcome back to Bad's Garage. Yeah, today's the day that I finally have a quick bash at this 7R. I've already took the tank and the carbs off, so I'm just gonna get into the carbs and change these jets over, and have another little nosy around inside the carbs, see if there's anything I can see that's manky. And we'll see what the difference is with changing the pilot jets from super Chinese to actual proper Kawasaki ones, 35s, albeit second hand, but good second hand ones. But yeah, we'll give it a bash and we'll see how it goes. Right, so the first thing I noticed when I took this jet out of this carb, that it's a little bit blocked. It's not clear all the way through. Yeah, that's not clear. But I'll go through the other ones and change them all, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm not holding up much hope, but it would be nice, because it's the only circuit that doesn't seem to be working right, is the idle circuit, and you know. But we'll see. Let me get the other three done, and then I'll get back to you. Right, so I have got the carbs back on. Pilot jets are all changed. I did a little bit more blasting through the different ports that I could see. I've primed it, so just going to see how it goes, really. See how it runs when it starts. But yeah, here it goes. Some choke on. so far so good. I just need to try and fish out the idle adjuster because I've shoved it down there and I can't seem to grab the damn thing. Let me try and get that set up and then we'll give it another bash. Right, so I found that. Got a feeling I might have actually cracked it. Because the idle adjuster went up and the choke actually sounded like it shut off. I'll tell you what, if it was them jets all along, unbelievable. to me, that's that's the best it sounded in 6 years, that is. And yeah, if I was going to start messing about, it probably would have done it by now, but that's idling perfectly. Unbelievable. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let it warm up a little bit, and then I'll come back to remind you how much of a twat I am. Well, that's just about getting up to temperature, and she still sounds absolutely perfect. Shocking, man. No spluttering, no hesitation. Yeah. Well, that's definitely going to put my spirits back, because this bike's got me down for the last 2 years. Well, the last 6 years it's got me down, but definitely for the last 2 years while I've had it back up on here, I've struggled with it. Anyway, let me switch it off. I'll be back. Well, I've got to admit, that's made me an happy man, that. But I don't know. It's the only thing that I've changed is the pilot jets back to original ones. So obviously the copy ones that I took out, which I've got here, quite possibly, even though they're stamped as 35s, quite possibly not even the right size. But yeah, she seems to be running sweet as a nut. So yeah, we can crack on and get this damn thing sorted, and have it ready for next summer. Fingers crossed. So yeah, what have I got to do to it? It's not a lot I've got to do to it now. It's running right. I've basically got to put it back together. I do know that the brakes, there's absolutely nothing till here, so they're going to want bleeding through. Coolant will want topping back up. Yeah, just sticking together really, and MOT. That's all it needs, because it's been a long old slog with this bike, and I can't believe myself that it seems to have just been all along those pilot jets. I mean, obviously when I first put the other pilot jets in, it ran straight away, but the other pilot jets were completely solidly blocked, and the only reason I swapped them out was because I damaged them when I was getting them out. They were that stiff. 3 of the heads twisted on them, so they weren't really usable. So, but I know last time I ran it up, it very quickly wouldn't idle very well, and the idle adjuster didn't seem to want to do anything. The choke didn't really seem to want to do anything, whereas that definitely did change. And when I fished out the idle adjuster and turned it up, it went up straight away, which it wasn't doing before. I was turning it up to maximum and nothing was happening. So yeah, good news, thank fuck, some good news. The 7R seems, for now, touch wood, for now, to be running spot on. I'd like to say I've still got a few bits to do on the CBR, little cosmetic bits and bobs. Obviously the rear brake disc and the rear brake light switch, that needs to be done. Not that I'm desperate to do that. And then the VTR, I've got to MOT that as well, because there's nothing wrong with that. I do know the switch gear needs lubing up again, because they're a pain in the dick, them indicator switch gear on these Hondas. So it'll indicate right perfectly fine. Try to indicate left, and it decides, it thinks about it, and then goes, oh yeah, okay, I'll turn on. So, you know, I just get a quick spray of WD-40 inside and it's usually fine. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle too much. it is back. The 7R is, as of now, for now, seemingly running 100% perfectly. How cool's that? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Cheers.